Hey everyone, this is Friedel Hagoraja Raven, and I'm here with my recommend review of Animal Kingdom Season number 5, Episode number 11. We only have 2 more episodes left for this season, and episode number 11 is titled Trust the Process, which, yeah, the title really fit what happened in this episode. So the episode opens up with, of course, the Cody men trying to figure out what the heck they're going to do with Livengood's dead body, now that Chadwick has shot Livengood in the head, and Chadwick also has the gun that he shot Livengood with. And of course, Darren is freaking out because Darren is like, you know what, this guy just closed my bar like yesterday, and now he's dead. The people are going, not the people, my bad, the authorities are going to come looking for me. I'm in big trouble. I don't want to go to jail and all of that stuff. And Andrea's trying to calm him down. Andrea's like, Darren, we have the bullet that Chadwick used, so it's Chadwick won't be able to do anything to us. But then again, Chadwick is a police officer, so he might end up coming up with a story. And compare, like, if you compare the word of a police officer to the Cody man, of course you're going to side with the police officer, even if what he says is a lie. But yeah, this is where I was quite surprised to see Joshua taking hold of the situation. Joshua is like, you know what, this isn't going to mess us up. We're going to clean the entire space with bleach, and he ends up telling Darren to listen to him. And yeah, Joshua has a plan. Of course, as I said, that Joshua is a little murderer. He's a little psychopath, so of course he knows what to do in such a situation. So he's like, we're going to clean the walls, we're going to clean the ceiling, we're going to clean the floor, we're going to tightly wrap up Livengood's body. But and Andrew, go check out Livengood's car. We have to deal with the car as well. So Andrew and Joshua go outside, and they're like, yeah, but his car is like on the other side of the street, but there are cameras there, so we can't really like drive around the car on our own. And it's an old model, it's like his personal car, so hopefully it won't have any GPS. And yeah, this is where Joshua is like, so maybe we should use a truck. Andrew, what about your contacts down in Mexico? Can we use those people? And yeah, Andrew's like, yep, let's get on it. So we get a flashback, and we end up seeing Janine basically tailing Max, and she's tailing him around the city because she wants to see his schedule, where he goes, where he sits, if there's anywhere she can get to him alone, because of course Janine didn't appreciate him threatening her kids. And we also get a scene where Janine is very frustrated because apparently Max is the boss of Oceanside. He's the king of Oceanside, and basically everyone is working for him, so getting to him is going to be tough. So coming back to the Cody men, they end up putting Livengood's body in the trunk of the car, and they're like, you know what, we have to use his mobile phone. It has to be on in order for the authorities to track it, and we also have to make it look like that he's still using it. So yeah, they're like, we don't know the passcode of the mobile phone, and they're like, Darren is like, why don't we use facial recognition? And Craig is like, wait, doesn't that type of recognition require like eyes to be scanned? And Darren is like, yeah, let's open up Livengood's eyes. Like, Darren is out of it, he's freaking out. And again, Joshua is like, wait. This phone needs fingerprint, it needs a fingerprint, so we can just use its fingerprint. So they take out Livengood's hand, and they use the dead hand, to unlock the phone. And Craig is like, yeah, I'll keep using it to make it feel like Livengood is up and about. So then we get to see them taking the Livengood's car into this truck because it's time for them to dispose of the car as well as Livengood's body. And the plan is that Joshua and Andrew are going to handle the car and the body, while Craig and Darren stay back, and they wash up the bar and change their clothes and all of that stuff. So as Joshua and Andrew are making their way down to Mexico, I don't think they actually they don't cross the border. They basically get in contact with Andrew's people in Mexico, and while they're driving there, apparently the person that they're contacting is called the Doc. I'm not really sure if I remember correctly. But yeah, while they're driving there, this is where Andrew's like, we have to do something about Chadwick. And Joshua's like, yeah, after we are done with the Livengood situation, we'll just tell Chadwick that we won't be working for him with him no more. And Andrew's like, yeah, that's not going to cut it. Chadwick is smart. He's also a bit crazy. And Joshua's like, Andrew, I'm going to stop you right here because nothing good can ever come out of killing a cop. But Andrew's like, you know what, Joshua? Sometimes you have to do what you have to do. And I'm like, Andrew, are you really planning to kill Chadwick? Like, that can get you in a lot of trouble. So we are back at the house, and of course, Darren is still freaking out. Darren is like, I'm not really sure if Joshua's plan will work. I don't want to go to prison. The authorities are going to come looking for me. And Craig just shuts it down right there. Craig is like, you know what? We are involved in this too. We were at the bar as well. We are a family. We stick together. So yeah, snap out of it. So this is the person who Andrew contacted, and the person is like, yeah, I'll take like what $10,000 in order to dispose of the body in the car, make my people dispose of the body in the car, and he's also like, so who am I disposing of? And Andrew's like, do you really want to know? And yeah, the guy is like, yep, I need to know. So this is where Andrew's like, yeah, it's DEA, and the guy is like, nope, no, I can't do that. And Andrew's like, hey, we are willing to give you $20,000 for it, and even then he's like, no. And yeah, Joshua and Andrew are like, okay, tell us the price. What's the price that you'll be able to do this task? Because apparently everyone has a price. So the guy is like $25,000, and Andrew and Joshua is like, you know what? We'll give it to you. Just get this done. So he tells them about the contacts that they need to meet. Apparently, if you go near the border, there's this secluded house where Joshua and Andrew need to drive to, and yeah, they go there. So we have a flashback, and Janine is talking to Baz's mom while Julia and Baz are playing on the swings. Apparently, Baz loves swings and he actually jumps off the swing. And yeah, even Baz's mom is like, Baz, you need to be more careful. You might end up breaking your neck. So while Julia and Baz are playing, of course, Andrew is jealous and he's like carving the initials J and A into a tree stump, which, yeah, J is like Julia and A is Andrew. So, of course, he's jealous of Andrew and Julia and Baz getting close together. But then again, Andrew did look at Baz as his own brother, so maybe we'll see him bonding with Baz soon enough. Who knows? Because in the upcoming season number 6, which is the last season, we are going to see the kids as teenagers, so those interactions will be interesting to see. So back to Janine and Baz's mom. So this is where Janine is like, hey, you need to help me. I'll pay you for this. So I need you to tell me when Max comes to this strip club, what does he do? And I need to learn about the schedule. And yeah, Baz's mom is like, he comes in, he orders his usual drink, then he selects a girl and he takes the girl to the VIP section. And Janine is like, I need you to get me into that VIP section. And yeah, at first Baz's mom is hesitant. But then Janine is like, hey, I'm just doing this to protect my kids, so please help me. And Baz's mom is like, okay, I'll help you. So we see Frankie coming over to the Cody house. Darren is still moping around, and Frankie's like, hey, I found a hawala that we could steal from. Apparently, this guy ends up doing a lot of business with bigwigs. Apparently, he can transfer $250,000 a day. So that means that he himself has a very, very huge cash a stack of cash that we can rob. And yeah, Darren isn't into it. Darren's like, this isn't a good day. And yeah, Craig is very, very annoyed by Darren. And Frankie's like, hey, I can feel some uncomfortable tension over here. So you know what? We'll talk about this later. So we cut to Andrew and Joshua arriving to this place that the doc told them to, and there are these two guys, and they're also drinking water. And I'm like, you know what? It's very important to stay hydrated. So the guys are like, where's the body? And Andrew and Joshua are like, it's in the trunk. And the guys are like, yeah, take it out, take the body out. So they take the body into the house. But yeah, before that happens, we see Craig. He's still trying to get a hold of Ren. She's not answering his phone calls, and Craig is like, hey Ren, I'm not going to come and get you. I just want to know that if you and Nick are safe, where are you, and all of that stuff. And yeah, still no answer. So Craig goes outside and he sees mopey Darren sitting by the pool. And yeah, Craig is like, okay Darren, you need to snap out of it. And Darren's like, you know what, it's okay, we need to do this job. And Craig is like, are you sure? And Darren is like, yeah, we need to do this, because if the authorities do come looking for us and they crack down on the family, it would be good to have cash in hand so that we can run away. And Craig is like, you know what, I'll contact Frankie and let's do this. So in the house, this is where one of the guys are like, you know what, you need to chop off Livengood's hand. And Joshua and Andrew's like, what? Excuse us? And yeah, apparently it's like a signature or something. So Joshua ends up being the one who cuts off Livengood's hand, and again, a little psychopath. And you can actually see Andrew look at Joshua. As far as Andrew can see, Joshua is like enjoying this a bit too much, and Andrew doesn't like that for Joshua. He doesn't want Joshua to go down that dark path. So it's time for it turns out that the guys end up picking up Livengood's dead body and they throw it through this tunnel, and they also go into the tunnel as well. So apparently they're going to transfer Livengood's body to the other side of the border while moving underground, and it's a good plan. So hopefully the Cody family can continue on with their lives without worrying about Livengood no more. Because with Livengood out of the picture, the DEA out of the picture, I think Adrian could come back. I'm not really sure though, but let's see what happens. So Frankie ends up meeting the boys, and she is like, "Hey, so the Havala that we're going to hit, I know his address. I'll tell you guys the address and all of that stuff. He basically has a whole lot of money, and this is where Frankie is also like, you know what? I'll be using my own $30,000 to ask him to make the transfer to some guy I know in Costa Rica. So she's like, on one condition though, I don't want the finder's fee this turnaround. I actually need an equal cut. And she's like, I want half of the stash that you guys end up stealing. And yeah, the boys are like, wait, that's too much. And Frankie's like, I'm the one who's taking most of the risk. After he gets robbed, he's going to be suspicious of his closest contacts, and I'm one of those contacts, and he's going to come after me. So when the time comes, I need to be able to run away. And yeah, Frankie's like, I'm the one who's taking the biggest risk. I'm the one he knows. Oh, my bad. The camera moved. But yeah, she's like, I'm the one he knows. I'm the one he'll be coming after. So yeah, I need to get out of here. And this is where Darren is like, you know what? We'll split it equally between 5 people. And Frankie's like, okay, that's good enough for me. So we cut to Janine. She's at the strip club, and she's just waiting in the VIP area for Max to come. And of course, he doesn't come, which I'll get to in a bit. So Frankie takes out $30,000 from her bank account, and she's like, yep, I'm done. This is all of the money that I have. And Greg is like, are you really serious about sending money to a guy in Costa Rica? And Frankie's like, yep, yeah, I am. It's not a random dude. I'll be moving to Costa Rica myself. And Greg is like, you'll get bored, you'll come back. And Frankie's like, nah, I'll survive there because yeah, the exchange rate is quite good. So if I have a bunch of dollars, I can live there very comfortably. And yeah, Frankie's like, I was meaning to run away, and I was trying to find a path to run away. So then you came, and thanks for the opportunity, I guess. So we get to see Joshua and Andrew cleaning up Livengood's car to be safe, and this is where Livengood's daughter ends up calling. Apparently, he had to pick her up from soccer practice, and now he's late. And yeah, I think Andrew ends up feeling a bit sad about taking a father away from a child. But it is what it is. And this is also where Andrew continues to give Joshua the look, because again, as far as Andrew is concerned, Joshua is enjoying this a bit too much. So this is where we see Darren end up placing a tracker inside the stack of cash, and apparently a guy used to come to his bar, and he used to do these type of stuff in the bar, and Darren ended up learning something from him, and also he ended up watching YouTube videos. The rest he figured it out himself. And Greg is like, okay, I'm surprised because I thought that Joshua was the nerdy one. And Darren's like, yeah, I know my stuff. So it turns out that the tracker will help them pinpoint the location of the money so that they don't go in blindly into the building, because the GPS can just tell you where the building or an area is. However, the tracker inside the stack of money, that's going to pinpoint the location. So yeah, these two are happy that they're going on the right way when it comes to doing this job. So we cut to Janine. Of course, Janine is angry at Baz's mom because she's like, I paid you to send Max to me. Why didn't Max come to me? And Baz's mom is like, hey, I tried, but it's as if Max is suspicious that something's going on. And Janine is like, wait, what did you tell him? And Baz's mom is like, Janine, you have to forgive me because I have kids to protect as well. And of course, this is where Janine is like, yep, Baz knows that I'm after him, so of course he's going to go attack my kids. I have to hurry. I have to run away from here and get to my kids. So Frankie goes into the office of the Havala, and this is where we get to see 2 guards. And one of the guards, he ends up, I kind of like this guard because it's time for him to body check Frankie to see if she's like hiding any weapons, and he kind of tells her to be ready, and he also apologizes for what he's about to do, and that he has like a big hand, so he's just trying to be respectful. Personally, I kind of like that scene. It kind of made me smile. Like, okay, you guys are criminals, but at least you respect each other. So this is the Hawala. I think his name's Wyatt, if I remember correctly. And yeah, the Hawala is like, what do you want? Frankie's like, I need to transfer $30,000 to Costa Rica. And he's like, yeah, I can do this. And Frankie's like, how long will it take you to process it? And he's like, it will be processed in the evening. And I need you to come with the passcode or a password, which I'll give to my guy. And then your guy will also have the password, and they'll exchange it. And then he'll hand over the money. And Frankie ends up using the password Freedom, which, yeah, she's really serious about getting out of here. So it's time for them to burn up the truck burn up the truck because they need to keep Livengood's car near a certain location so that it gets found. And apparently the story is that Livengood ended up dying or something because of a turf war, or maybe, I think, if I understood correctly, like, yeah, I think it's about turf wars or something. And he got involved in a cartel or whatnot. So yeah, as they're moving away from the truck that they have to burn, Andrew's like, Joshua, wait, I have to talk to you. And Joshua's like, what's up? And Andrew's like, did you used to watch TV when you grew up? And Joshua's like, yeah, not that much. I wasn't a TV watching kid. And Andrew is like, you know what, Joshua, you have to understand that Julia and I, we were never really kids, but you were, even for a very limited time. And he's like, but this isn't you, because again, Andrew doesn't want Joshua to turn into a psychopath the way that he is. And yeah, Andrew is like, Joshua, you're not me, you're different. And Joshua listens to Andrew, but then again, I think that Joshua is far too gone. And if Joshua sees a threat, he's going to kill said threat. So yeah, Janine ends up reaching home, and there's Bree. Bree apparently was babysitting the kids, and Bree was like, yeah, this dude came in and I didn't want to leave the kids alone. And Janine was like, Bree, it's okay, it's just cousin Max. He likes coming over unannounced. You can go. And Max is like, okay, Janine, you and I have to talk. And Janine is like, kids, why don't you go and buy something or play something? And Max is like, no, the kids need to see this. And of course, Janine doesn't like what Max is going to do in front of the kids. And she's like, okay, let's go in and watch TV. So she asks the kids to watch TV, and Max is like, okay, Janine, so what were you up to? Why were you after me? What were you planning? And Janine actually lies. She's like, oh, nothing, Max. I just wanted to talk to you alone about a big job that I wanted to do and get a lot of money for us. And Max is like, nope, you're lying. And he ends up slapping Janine, and also, like, he starts choking her. He finds the gun that she had in order to kill him. And of course, he's very angry. And Andrew is looking at all of this, and Andrew is also getting angry. And this is where, Andrew is like, I don't like Max doing this to my mom. And this is where Andrew, like, comes in with his little knife, and he uses the knife. Oh, my bad. We are on the next image. So yeah, he uses a knife and plunges it into Max's leg. That gives Janine enough time to pick up a gun, and yeah, she ends up shooting Max. And I guess this is Janine's first actual kill in front of the kids. And before she takes the headshot, she asks her kids to close their eyes, and Julia does that, but Andrew doesn't. So Andrew actually sees his own mom kill a guy right in front of him. And yeah, this is Andrew is slowly starting to become the adult Andrew that we know. So Frankie is talking to Darren and Craig about how they're going to go about the job, and Joshua and Pope arrive, and Frankie's like, okay, I think this is my time to leave. We'll talk about this tomorrow. So she walks up, and of course the men are going to talk about what happened with the Livengood job, and Joshua and Andrew are like, it's okay. And this is where Darren is like, Frankie also wanted an equal split in the cash from the Hawala, because she's taking a lot of risk. Is it okay with you? And Andrew and Joshua is like, yeah, it's okay. Let's just get on with it. So in the flashback, turns out that Janine ended up calling Manny and Jake to handle the body and throw it away or something. And yeah, Janine is like, I think I should come with you guys. And yeah, Jake and Manny are like, no, stay with the kids. And before Jake goes, Jake is like, you know what, Janine, I can come back. And Janine is like, you know what, I'm okay. I'm with the kids. It's okay. It's all right. Just handle Max's body and his car. So we cut to the Cody men, and they're talking about how after they learn where the money is and where the Hawala is operating from, they're like, okay, so that's the money that Frankie gave him. But where's the location where he's keeping all of those millions of dollars? And Darren's like, okay, we have the tracker, so I guess we'll wait. But as they're talking, this is where the tracker starts moving, and they're like, okay, so what do we do? Craig is like, let it move, and then we'll go later to check. And Joshua is like, no, we're going to follow the tracker right now. So they get up and leave. So we cut to Janine and we see the kids in their little trailer house, and Julia is trying to watch TV to get her mind off what she just witnessed. And Andrew, Janine senses that something is up with Andrew. He's silent. He's not talking to her, and she ends up having a conversation with Andrew, and she's like, Andrew, you did good. And she's like, also, Andrew, did you close your eyes when I asked you to? And Andrew's like, no, I didn't close my eyes. And Janine is like, why didn't you? And Andrew's like, because you didn't close your eyes. And that was a bad man that you killed, Mom, right? And Janine is like, yep, that was a bad man that I killed. And yeah, she's very impressed by Andrew, and she hands him a dagger, a knife, and she's like, you know what? Never lose this. And as Julia and Andrew are bonding, Janine and Andrew are bonding over killing an adult man. Julia is looking at all of this, and I think this is a scene where you can see that Janine is ignoring Julia and her emotional needs, and she's basically focusing on Andrew, because in Andrew, she actually thinks that she can use Andrew in the long run, that he's someone that will be of benefit to her, while Julia is a kid. She isn't able to handle the life that Janine wants to live. And yeah, you can see, like, from the camera angle, like, there's this distance, like Julia is sitting quite far from Janine and Andrew. So I like the framing of the scene. So yeah, the Cody men ended up following the tracker, and turns out that the Havala, Wyatt, is actually hiding money at a loading dock at near the seaport. And yeah, of course, the Cody men are a bit concerned, because there's a whole lot of security there. There's like police officers, other security personnel, security of the port, and they'll have to come up with a plan. And apparently, according to Andrew, it would be easier to infiltrate Fort Knox. And Darren is like, you know what? We come up with a plan. We stick with the plan. We have to do this, because again, I think Darren needs the money. Maybe Darren is like, you know what? I need to get this money and just run out of here and go hook up with Adrian. Who knows? But yeah, this is where the episode ends. I will be doing a written review this for the Geekery down in the comment section below. I enjoyed this episode. I liked seeing Janine having her first proper kill. I liked how Andrew played a role in it. And I'm liking the Havala job. From the looks of it, it does feel very dangerous and very difficult. So with only 2 more episodes left, I'm interested in seeing how the Cody men are going to pull this off. And of course, there's the Chadwick situation, which they also need to handle. Let me know what you thought of the episode down in the comment section below. And until next time, stay happy, stay safe, stay blessed. See you guys later.